Back to the Hockey World Cup, and hopefully the stream at Twitch TV will cooperate with us as we bring you the second game of the day. Actually, it's a doubleheader, as it's about to be Canada versus the Commonwealth of Independent States. I'm here once again. This is Winners with the One, by the way, and I'm here with Killinger and Meffy. And guys, so this is our first look at the Commonwealth of Independent States, and I hear they're pretty good. To be Canada versus the Commonwealth of Independent States, and we know that Canada's pretty good. This is Winners with the One, by the way.
Oh yes, Canada we know is definitely going to be a good matchup. Guys,
and according to Migo Meepo, the Commonwealth of Independent States is 2 points away from clinching a playoff spot. So if they get 3 points or more, he tells me, Ukraine will clinch as well. So this matchup may end up helping determine a lot of our playoff standings for the Hockey World Cup. So a lot at stake here.
A lot at stake. And
Indeed.
Canada might be our last best hope for having a North American team represented. We'll see.
Yes, that's true.
After that crushing blow to the U.S. today.
Oh man, yeah. When the goalie scores 2 on you, that's not a day that will live in America freedom history.
No, that one will quickly
Certainly
be redacted.
Not.
But yes, a solid performance all across the rink for Baltic Nordic, and they looked very good. And we are resetting here, so it looks like we're about to go, as each team does have at least 4, and it is 4v4. So we are, they are starting, and we have lineups now, Killinger, I think.
I believe you're correct. And in red for the CIS, we have Aziz and Fertile and Alexander 09-2 and Little Pato. Little Pato.
Lily Pato.
There you go. Yep, there's an extra I in there. That's hard to make out some. In blue, representing Canada. If they can stop shuffling around here, I think we're set. We have our good friend Bo, good friend IBN, Ace Bolf, Eb Cobb, and Galchenyuk.
Yes, and the blue team, Canada, will start with the puck, but it is now kind of in contention here, as CIS will take it. Shoot! And the save made by Ace Bolf. He manages to knock this one down at the side of the net, and they will work from there. But again, CIS holding it in, as they are looking pretty good offensively here, and he's managing to get around the body check just barely.
There we go.
Kind of slowed things up for a bit there, and that gave Canada enough time to start working it out and sending it back to the other end, as they will slap at it here. It's going to go in the corner. Lilipato there to take it. He's going to drop it for Alexander, who will race with Galchenyuk for it. He's going to send it back in, though, and chase down. Bo's got it, taken away by Fertile, who will take it around the boards and carry it in. Here's Lilipato, who will do the same, chasing it down on the other side. Evcobb is going to keep it away from him, though, and that may give Canada a chance to move the puck, perhaps. Nope, they're going to have to wait a little bit here. As stopped again, Fertile is doing a pretty good job wedging the puck against the boards and now using it to set one up in the slot. The backhander, that was a nice play, but not able to capitalize on that. So CIS working the puck around. They are doing pretty good with it now, and they've got room to shoot here. It's going to go wide to the right, very wide, as it will be chased down again. And there's one across the bow. It goes through the crease and out, as Ace Bolf is just going to let that one go. And now they will have to chase this back down and start again. So a couple of minutes elapsed so far in the first period, but some good scoring chances. And CIS looking for someone in the slot there, and it's going to get away from them. So, yeah, a little bit of a leisurely pace on some of the games we've seen on the Sunday afternoon Hockey World Cup. But anybody could score at any minute. These are professionals playing at the international level, guys. So here is Fertile. He's going to take a poke at this, and it almost went in. even at the almost impossible angle, and now sent across there, not able to get the one-timer in.
CIS
As
definitely keeping the pressure up here.
Yes, they are. Yeah, they are just moving it back and
Canada
forth.
hasn't even had a chance to even almost make a shot even.
That's
first
true.
3
Have they
minutes.
even got a shot on net yet? I don't think they have. But CIS will yet again here, as Ace Wolf is just going to send this one back around. And now Canada just trying to dig it loose and start the move on offense. Galchenyuk will do that now as he's looking for Bo at the point, and it is stolen. He's going to follow back up with it, though. Galchenyuk is trying to get some room here as CIS, the 3 skating forwards are all converging on the puck there. And now here's Lilipato. He's going to wait, gather this back up. Got it at the blue line using the boards to work it around. He will go back behind the net with it. Ace Wolf is going to meet him there. And, this could be dangerous. He sends one in front, and he's got room. He shoots, just wide to the left as
Dodged a
Alexander
bullet
got a
there.
good look at the net, but not able to get the shot off. So we go
Big.
down to almost the 1 minute mark here. And, yeah, Murphy, pretty interesting. Here's a shot. And that just a little bit over the net for Canada.
Every time I hear Alexander, I think the antagonist from that movie Robot Jocks.
Oh, man. Any mention of the movie Robot Jocks is a good one. As Ace Wolf does make a save to stop CIS from scoring there. But they're going to have to get this out from the front of the net, and they do. As, we're starting to see a little bit of lag come in, or I am, so I'm assuming that the players are probably as well. The vagaries of the internet starting to play a role in this. And so now with 23 seconds left, will either of these teams have time to do much with this? Beaujardin for Canada is going to send one in front, and it got deflected before it could get to the intended passer there, and he sends it back, but not able to get it to him. The lanes were, again, pretty congested, as CIS playing pretty well on defense here. And that will take us to our first intermission with a scoreless first period, but not without its share of opportunities for both these teams.
Oh, yeah, I think lag is playing a bigger part in this game than the previous games we've seen on this server. I don't know
Ace
what's going
Wolf,
on right now, but
Ace Wolf for Canada is definitely getting a workout in the net, though.
Yeah, he is. These guys, Migo Bipo said they were probably the closest team in talent to what the Russians have. And so far they're showing us that he is what he's talking about here. As, they are definitely an offensively strong team. And so now here is Canada, though, trying to show a little bit of offensive prowess themselves, as the backhander will go just wide of the net. Will be chased in. Galchenyuk trying to get it there. It's going to bounce loose. Beaujardin there on the scene to get this back, though, and a beautiful pass. And he spins, shoots just wide to the right. And Canada with a beautiful scoring opportunity there, not able to convert it, though. And now here's a shot on the other side for CIS. It will go wide as well. So none of these shots quite finding their mark just yet, but it could change. Here's another good pass, and broken up by the Canadian defense. They're going to take this down. Ace Wolf is going to send it back along the wing. He is loose. Chance for Bo here. Skating in. He's going to carry it, and he's blocked. A big save there as Aziz came out and insisted on making that stop there. Here's a shot from distance. Fertile. Beautiful. He scores. And just a well-placed one there, just at waist level. That is a difficult spot for a goalie to make a stop. And Ace Wolf, with the current physics of hockey question mark, the 55F, not able to do much with that. I think with the new version of hockey coming out, guys, with the full body stops, and that will make a big difference in how the goalie
literally be able to
position
put
is
your
played.
face in front of it and block
Yeah.
it, you know.
But the good thing is that the shooters have kept up skill-wise as well. So I think it will be a great progression for the game. This is Hockey Question Mark. It is a free-to-play game, and Cryptic Sea makes it. You can check it out at hockeyquestionmark.com if you haven't already. And if you haven't, what are you waiting for? This is the best first-person hockey simulator there is. And CIS, so far, the only point on the board as we are about halfway through this first of 2 games. They will be playing 2 games here. So, and CIS could clinch their playoff spot with the outcomes of the games here, and Ukraine also watching intently to see if they clinch based on CIS's performance. Here's a shot, though, blocked as Aziz got the save there. And so now here comes the Commonwealth of Independent States. They are on the move on the offense, and again, launching from distance. This one just a little up and over and short of the net. But they've got room to work it, and the pass and the shot wide again. So here comes Canada. Will they be able to get it out of the zone? They do, and this one's going on net. And Aziz is going to have to make a quick save there to stop that. And back at center ice it goes. So now CIS just trying to slow things down a little bit and get some good shots off. That one very close, but not quite. And Alexander from Robot Jocks will chase this down. And I love that movie, man.
We don't have to kill each other. Crash and
Yeah,
burn.
the ending a little questionable, but yes, I know, no question there on the save by Ace Bulf as he stops that one that was going right on net. So the goalie's coming up big here in the second period as both sides have had some pressure going on offense. But now it is back at center ice. It is handled by Fertile there. He's going to send it across. And will CIS be able to mount an attack here? They're going to go back to center ice with it. There's the shot. It's going to go very wide to the right, but it's going to rebound in front. Possible chance here, blocked by Canada as Evkov got a piece of that. Here's another shot that one just bounced off the side of the post. So very close here. CIS getting closer and closer to adding another point to the board, but Canada is keeping them out yet again, and he's got it behind the net. Will he go for the wraparound here? He does, and Royce shoots and scores with a nice job on the wraparound there.
Pretty sure that hit off a Canadian stick right there to actually knock it in.
It looked like it did, yeah.
There were 3 Canadian players in goal, so chances there are likely.
Yeah, that's why sometimes it's a smart play to just go for those wraparounds, because sometimes you'll get the lucky bounce off of somebody, and it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to try. So 4 seconds left, and they will get to this for another shot. Nope, not in time. He was going for the wraparound anyway, but time will run out on him, and so we'll go to the second period. And 1 goal in each of the 2 periods that we have played so far is the difference on the board as the Commonwealth of Independent States is taking a 2-0 lead into the third.
Indeed, yeah. As technically the Commonwealth of Independent States includes Russia. So this being sort of Russia 2.0. It's not really.
And there's a shot. Whoa! Ace Bulf with a huge save, knocks it out of the air and up onto the actual goal itself, where it was just kind of spinning on top of the over there by the water bottle. So yes, and Amigo Meepo also he's watching the game and pointing out these things as CIS definitely getting more involved there. A little bit more pushing forward on defense. Their defensive players getting more involved in the offense. And Evkov being a more stay-at-home defenseman for Canada, a more traditional style. As usually on these 4-player teams, you'll see the 1 goalie and you'll see 2 guys skating forward and then 1 guy playing on defense. They're off the inside of the post. A big could have been, but that one does not go in. And CIS still with it, though, and they are holding it in the zone here, looking for the shot, blocked by Galchenyuk coming in. Evkov going to take this down into the corner and around, and he will find Galchenyuk on the wing here. They're looking for a shot in the middle, and blocked, though, as they saw that pass coming, broke it up, and still held in as Canada will circle around and try to do something with this, and CIS will make the most of the room that they've got to exit that one and send it back to the Canadian zone. And we'll see who they send down here, as Royce and Fertile both there for CIS, and not to be confused with CSI, the popular television series.
Or the CIS from Star Wars.
Oh, and Galchenyuk
There we go.
Oh, there you
takes
go.
it in for Canada. Beaujardin will get credit for the assist, but Galchenyuk took that most of the way with a beautiful individual effort. And so Canada gets on the board here in this third period, and after all that, they are within one. But here is CIS. They were going for it there. Another big play defensively to stop that by Canada. Yes, they are a little bit more defensive-minded. That was an astute observation by Migo Mipo. Yes, Canada does play a little bit more conservatively and defensively. But they have it's paid off for them so far. They've kept CIS from scoring a lot more goals, and they have certainly had the opportunities to do so. And we'll see if they open things up here in the third period. Sometimes we see them play out like that, guys. This third period is often when teams kind of step it up. But there is Beaujardin with a nice defensive play to knock that away from Royce. He does get it back, though. We'll see if he goes for the wraparound here. He doesn't. He's just going to – this one is going to go back to center ice. It will be played by Aziz. He comes all the way out to the blue line, yes. Yeah, and they are definitely playing a more forward style on the CIS side. And here's one that almost has a chance as Fertile was coming in. Circling is Royce. He will try to get this one. It looked like it got blocked on its way. So 1:35 left in the third, and CIS just holding on. But they're doing a good job here offensively and keeping possession. That's making a big difference as well. So Canada, they need a goal. They've got 1:22 left to get one. But CIS showing that sometimes, good defense is just playing offense. And they are maintaining possession, keeping it in the Canadian end. And Canada not able to move the puck like they would like to. Finally, they just dump it into the Commonwealth of Independent States zone as we near the 1 minute mark here in the third. And this one will be broken up, held in, still chased down as both players go at it here. And Evcobb will get to this first for Canada before it gets to the net. He's just going to go ahead and dump this back. And CIS, they are content to just dump it right back at them because they do have the 1-goal lead currently. So they are just happy to shovel this out of their zone every chance they get. But Canada stolen, possible chance. No, it is broken up. And here is Fertile. He will race with Evcobb to it. It is broken up, but Alexander is going to find Fertile on a pass here, and he'll have a chance to get a shot. Blocked, though, by Evcobb coming back in. Big defensive play there. As this one, very much a story of defensive play for both of these teams. As we near the end of it, Canada trying to get something in, almost does. That one went into the crease, but it will not go. And so your scoreline of this first game will be CIS 2, Canada 1 in a very tightly contested game. And that sets the plate for a interesting second game here.
I really thought we might see some overtime as soon as Canada scored by that goal from Galchenyuk, they could have definitely had the momentum there, and it looked like they were going for it again, but I guess they just couldn't keep it.
So we'll see some roster changes here, at least one, it looks like. It looks like Matt will be coming in for Galchenyuk for Canada. And Art joins the lineup for CIS.
Matt
Those
joining,
appear to be.
That could be a big boon for the Canadians.
It could, yes. He's had a big weekend of scoring, and he certainly did on Friday Night Hockey, which we do every Friday night. Don't forget, this Friday coming up, the HQML playoffs will be happening. So that is the Season 4 playoffs are going to be tremendous, I think, guys, for HQML. What we've seen so far in the regular season, I think it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I have to agree wholeheartedly.
It's season 4?
It's just season 4.
Yeah, man. We made it all the way to season 4.
I believe it's that's almost a year. Over a year now, right?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Headed towards season 5, where we have a bunch of unsigned players looking to get in the leagues. So I think we'll have a pretty good turnout for season 5 as well. And Ace Bulf already had to make a couple of stops here in the first 30 seconds of this second game. And Canada will try to move it into the CIS zone, but they are getting some shots down, and so far none of them going in. Ace Bulf up to the task, and this one going over his head. He won't have to do much with that. And Bojarzine taking it at center ice now, moving it down, and he will be beaten to the puck here by Alexander, and he will send it back around. And or you could think of Alexander, that movie with Angelina Jolie where Colin Farrell played Alexander the Great. Remember that one? You'll be the best out. Alexander. I was like, oh, what a save! Ace Bulf again, coming up huge. Wow. And is Matt AFK? Matt appears to have disappeared. Or he's just kind of hanging out there in front of the net. I don't know if I don't know what's happening there. But here's a shot at Fertile with the off-speed shot. He finally gets one through, and Ace Bulf is unable to stop that one. 1-0. So CIS, again, the first on the board here in this second game. And not without a great deal of effort. They had to push quite a few shots through before one finally got past Ace Bulf. So now we'll see if they can hold on to that lead as Canada will try to get the puck back from them. And again, they will take their time setting it up. They're going to go ahead and dump this into the zone. FCOP playing it now. And yeah, the lag is really bad on this end, guys. I don't know if it's doing the same for you, but it's looking kind of slideshowy. Yeah.
I'm not actually getting that.
So it's not just Twitch TV, guys. It's actually on the server as well. So
it
was enough where Matt left completely, and so Galchenyuk had to come back in for Team Canada. So that could be pivotal. As Galchenyuk, a solid player, but I know they were looking for Matt to try to add some goals to this.
Matt was just AFK.
Yeah,
he started the game and then
disappeared.
Went catatonic, so they had to kick him.
There's a shot and save as Arc gets the stop for CIS. And now here's another one on its way to the net. It will go behind the net. And they're saying was that fake, Matt? Oh, God. Are we going to do this again? Are we going to do this again?
Well, they just
and
kicked
it just
him,
so happened when the
so they already
did go
kicked him, replaced him.
catatonic.
It didn't affect the game.
No, it did not. He was
it did.
Just kind of hanging out.
It did affect it because as soon as Matt went catatonic and they were swapping out for Galchenyuk, they Commonwealth scored. That's when they put the point on.
That's true, yeah, because he was just kind of hanging around back at the CIS net, yes. So at least with Galchenyuk, they have an active skater who will, and here's an active shot, and this one will bounce off the crossbar. And, yeah, there is some question now, again, as there's another shot just wide to the left on fake players, yes. And that's another thing that will be added to the new version of hockey, from what I understand, from what we've heard, is that there will be some sort of system in place for having your account. Because right now you can just type in whatever name you want to. So it's kind of the honor system. And in gaming, honor systems aren't always honored. Let's put it that way.
Well, I've never had, and I'll just say this, I've never had any of this trouble, really, truly, as far as screwing up tournaments. Outside of these international games, it seems like.
Yes, when you add the international component to anything, your diplomatic relations come into play, and things get kind of crossways at times. That is true. I think that's true with anything, not just hockey, question mark. But yes, you're right. We didn't have nearly this kind of problem in HQML. Partially because I don't think anybody cares as much in HQML. But
well,
yes.
Much
lot
more
is on the
relaxed
line
feeling.
here. I mean, international relations are on the line here.
Yeah, I can't say for certain because I haven't watched any of these games but it seems like the only ones so far that have really had these trouble have involved either the United States or Canada.
Yeah, and Migo informs me that it's been an issue in Russian tournaments before as well.
Okay.
So, of course, the Russian game a little bit more mature as far as time spent than other leagues. I mean, it's been around for a lot longer, so they may have more experience with these sorts of things. Ace Bulf definitely showing some experience there with another big save. And he is really saving the Canadians' bacon here a lot of times. Or back bacon, as they call it up there.
Call it ham.
Yeah, we call it ham here, yes.
Goalie comes out to play that one.
Yeah, both these goalies for CIS have been pretty good. But here's a chance in front. And Royce with the jump shot. He gets one past Ace Bulf there and makes it 2-0 with a nice score for the Commonwealth of Independent States as they lead 2-0 now with about a minute elapsed in the second period. And now they will start their offense again from behind the net. Now at center ice, it will be taken down. The shot and a save. Ace Bulf manages to knock that out of the air, and he has made a bunch of saves. And that's been a big difference maker for them. He's kept it close at the very least. And Canada, they could just use some goal scoring right now, I think.
It's hard to get one past Arc, though.
They could use a KS Auto or a Matt here to actually, show up and play.
Yeah, and be the actual players and not just a facsimile thereof. Yes, that would help a lot. But Ace Bulf doing quite a bit of work in the net. He has made another stop just now. Right. So now here is one going on net for Canada, or at least close to the net. It will go wide to the right. And they are going to chase this down. They've got Galchenyuk and Bo back there trying to generate some pressure. But it's going to go back the other way. And Evkov and Royce in a race here. And it will be sent back to the point. Who will get to this first? It looks like Alexander is there, and he's going to lift one. And again, just to the left. So now Canada with a chance possibly to move this thing into the offensive zone. And he works his way around the defense. He's lined up for the shot, and just wide. It goes across the crease and out. So a couple of scoring opportunities. Nothing doing, though. Still 2-0. As we are at a little past the halfway mark of this game, at least regulation time-wise. And CIS with a chance here between the circles, and it's going to go over the net. So the pass off the boards, the old trick of knocking it into the boards and bouncing it in front into the slot, but nobody there to make a difference on that. And he's going to do it again, though. And, this one had a chance, but does not go. So Royce is going to wheel around, look for the wraparound. They are wise to that, though, as they've already had that happen to them. So Canada looking for that will stop that. CIS manages to hold it in, though, and he will get to this at least in time to backhand one back to the point. And they're doing a pretty good job of shuffling this thing around and cycling their offense in. But Canada doing a good job of being wary on defense and stopping this stuff before it has a chance to go. And then when it does, Ace Bulf has been pretty good in the net. Here's a shot, and this one is just up and over. So it will be handled by Royce. He's got the chance to make a move here, and he's going to pass it to a waiting Fertile. Nobody there around him. Shot off the post. Looks like Ace Bulf did get a piece of that, but it was going off the side of the net. And Beaujarzine firing again here possibly, as he was not able to get that shot where he wanted it the last time around. And it will be taken away from him. as CIS will take it at the blue line. And will he have a chance to shoot this? Possibly no. He's going to dish it off to the slot, and they're going to chase. 24 seconds left. The shot there as a slow flying one. Ace Buff will handle it. And yeah, I'm starting to see it's starting to get really slow here, and not just
the stream. I think is maybe a little bit better than what you're describing, but
here's the shot. Ace Buff is going to wave this one to the side as we go to the third period. 2-0.
I'm not actually having these lag issues.
That's
surprisingly,
nice.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly where Borktown is located.
Yeah.
I couldn't point out Borktown geographically on a map. But yes, it's been kind of the home of Hockey World Cup international play a lot of the time. They've done some on other servers, but everybody seems to have settled on this one as a pretty good one. And there's a pretty good shot from Fertile as that went right at Ace Buff and right through the body. 3-0 as CIS is in the lead and adding to their total here in the third period. So it's looking pretty good for them. And if things go like this, then this means that they will have clinched a playoff spot, as will Ukraine.
One thing Canada may want to try is either swapping Ace Wolf out and actually having him play, because I know he can score goals, or even just pull him and go without a goalie and see if he can get some points on the board. He's not just a fantastic goalie. I would say he's one of the better scorers.
Thank you, Migo Mipo. It is in Gunzenhausen, Germany.
There you go.
Huh.
Which is German for Gunzen's house.
Far enough away from everybody to give crappy ping.
And there's one off the side of the post that does not go. And CIS almost had another goal there. The Commonwealth of Independent States is very strong. And we heard they were pretty close to the Russians as far as their skill levels, and they're looking pretty good here. And they will be looking pretty good in the playoffs, as they have pretty much clinched their spot with their performance today, and clinched a spot for Ukraine as well. But Canada not done yet. And yeah, there's still a big race for fourth position from what I understand. And the North American teams still have a chance to get into the playoffs, although slim.
Yeah, well, unfortunately.
But this is the first ever World Cup, and this is an evolving game. And a lot of these teams that are doing well in the World Cup are teams that have more experience playing the game, just in terms of time played. And the Russians certainly, and the Russian leagues, and the CIS players being a lot of those guys playing in the Russian leagues. So you're seeing that make a huge difference here. So for the first time out, I think the North American teams are faring well. They're not just completely getting blown out, but they have their pride, and they would like to do a little better than this. And they've had some opportunities that were pretty close here. And there's one pretty close. Ace Buff is going to stop that, but it's going to rebound to Fertile, who's going to chip it in for his third. The hat trick for Fertile from the Commonwealth of Independent States, 4-0. I think they have this one well in hand, and they will most likely end up sweeping this series with Canada.
I dare say it's a good possibility.
Looking for the wraparound. Not able to get it to go, and now here will be Canada on the move offensively, and he's going to lift one up, and just I'm not sure whether that was supposed to be a shot or whether he's just dumping chasing it, as it will be handled by CIS. They're going to take this on the side here. Royce got it, and stolen, and the Canadian player falling after the steal there, and it's going to go all the way back to Ace Buff. He's not going to wait for Fertile to come in. He's going to go ahead and send this out with a beautiful pass. The shot, and just wide. And again, Canada with the right idea that they are putting they're stringing some good stuff together, but just not able to convert it. So here is Galchenyuk. He will start it moving with a minute left to play in the third. We'll see how this plays out. Ace Bulf with the stop again. He's made at least 100, 200 saves. I lost track. But 4 have gone in, and that is the difference in this final game of our Hockey World Cup afternoon.
All but one of those goals, I think, were pretty much unsavable as the way they were shot.
Yeah.
Just up and over, right over the stick, extremely hard. And the one from almost center ice to the top shelf, that was impressive, but extremely hard to save.
Yes, truly.
He's definitely given all he can really give at this point.
Yep, you can't ask for more from a netminder here. And 9 seconds left. He's going to have to try to stop another one. And Royce is going to get the angle on him. And he gets his second of the game with an assist from Ark. And with the exclamation point, the Commonwealth of Independent States will make it 5-0, and almost
Ace
one
Wolf has to get one more.
He gets one more stop before it's all said and done. And the GGs come out, and a swell performance from this CIS team. We were interested to see. This was our first look at them in international play, and I have to say, guys, pretty impressive.
Yeah, Fertile coming out strong with 3 goals.
It's the first time we've seen them play here on IBN, and definitely played very, very well.
Yeah, I think they'll be a team to watch in the playoffs, for sure.
Oh, I've definitely agreed.
So we know 3 of the playoff teams now with that played. The playoff picture will feature the Russians and the Ukrainians and this Commonwealth of Independent States team. And I think the battle will be between Baltic Nordic and, CIS has played 8 games and they are undefeated. They have yet to play the Russians in the Hockey World Cup. That's coming up very soon. So, I think they and the Russians are definitely the top teams to watch out for. But, that 4th playoff spot still being battled for. Baltic Nordic has a chance for it, and some of these other teams do as well. I think Canada's not completely out of the playoff picture, but they're going to have to do something quick, guys.
Oh, yes, they have to turn this shit around. 100%.
Yeah, they're definitely putting in the effort. I know they're doing regular practices. They got together a couple of times this past week.
They play well. They just got to play well. They got to play better together, I think. That's the difference we're seeing.
Canada could come the wild card, and who knows, maybe even win the whole thing.
Well, it's not impossible mathematically, but anyway.
Unlikely.
But that'll wrap it up for us from the Hockey World Cup. Another weekend in the books, guys. And so our playoff picture looks a little more defined, and more hockey to come next weekend, as we will have a better look at the schedule before then, and we'll keep you informed on that on the IBN Casting Twitter. You can follow us at IBN Casting, and definitely check oh my god, I'm overwhelmed. Check all this out on YouTube at the IBN Casting YouTube, where you can watch the VODs of this stuff later. And anytime you want, as a matter of fact, it is video on demand, and we have it there at IBN Casting on YouTube. Definitely give us a subscribe if you like it, and it will let you know when we have new stuff up. And that is going to lead us to the playoffs of HQML, which will be the next time we will be covering, as far as I know, hockey ? This Friday, on Friday Night Hockey, it begins. The HQML Season 4 playoffs. Who will prevail? A new champion will be crowned this season. A new winner of the Blood Dragon Memorial Cup, who will get their name inscribed on that very cup. So a lot at stake there. And more Hockey World Cup. There is a lot of hockey going on, guys, and always exciting stuff. GG's to all the teams we watched today, and good luck to everybody in the playoffs or in international play if they don't make it to the playoffs. As some great players, some great guys, and it's a great community to be involved with. Check it out at Reddit r/hockey?. That is a good spot to find out all the latest about hockey ? I'm Winners with the One. You can follow me at Winners with the One. And Killinger, Meffy, anything else you want to add to all this?
No,
just some fantastic plays all around.
It's some very good hockey. I think it's always interesting to see how the international teams all play a little bit differently and how they interact with each other. I think it's all good stuff.
Absolutely. And thanks to everybody who played, thanks to everybody who watched, and thanks to you guys for casting. Always a good time. And we will see you next time here on the Independent Broadcast Network. Lots coming up. We will be covering Insurgency for TWL very soon as well, and all sorts of other games. We'll be telling you more about it in the days and weeks to come. So definitely keep an eye out for that, and keep an eye out for all the hockey action coming to you very soon here on IBN. Thanks, everybody.